Hello everybody, I'm doing a little video for you on November and its transits. As you probably know by now, I like to discuss the actual transits themselves, not just the effects of what the transits will do. So here we have November and the ephemeris for November. I'm sure everyone astrologically inclined is familiar with an ephemeris, but those that aren't, this is the position of each planet in the sky in comparison to the zodiac. And down here we have some planetary data, our stations, lunar phases, etc. Okay, so what's going on in November? Well, we have a few planet ingresses this month, and that means planets that are moving into different signs. So what we can see down here, but if we look up here, you can see it. Venus is moving, or has moved, into Sagittarius on the 2nd of November, and then on the 26th it will move into Capricorn. So we've got 3 signs of Venus this month. Okay, Mars is going to move into Scorpio on the 20th of November. The Sun will move into Sagittarius on the 23rd of November, obviously. And Venus, as we said, will move on the 26th into Capricorn, which is after Scorpio season when Sagittarius starts. So yeah, we've got a few things going on in Sagittarius now. Okay, Mercury is retrograde at the moment, as you probably know, and that will be going direct on, well, it says here station, so it stations at 2:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 20th of November, and then moves forward after then. And then we also have another direct movement, and that is Neptune. Neptune will be going direct on the 27th of November at 15 degrees of Pisces. So finally it's going to move forward. Okay, Jupiter it's in its own sign in Sagittarius, so it's where it likes to be, and moving forward to 26 and 27 of Sagittarius, Jupiter will be conjunct the galactic center. So we'll be having a full moon on the 12th of November at 19 degrees of Taurus. And what else is going on? Oh yeah, I paused it, sorry. I was talking about Jupiter joining the galactic center on the 18th of November. Now, the galactic center is like the middle of the galaxy. I do believe it's a black hole. But anyway, it's the very centre. It's very Jupiterian. It's always in Sagittarius. So when Jupiter conjoins that, which is only once every 12 years, then it gives, I've noticed the couple of times that I have seen it happen, it sort of frees up things around us, because at the moment there's a lot of Saturnian energy with the Saturn moving closer to Pluto and this Capricorn, but that Jupiter joining the galactic center should make people feel a little bit less restricted, and open to understanding more, and hopefully things will happen within the world leading up to next year that will enable people's minds to open a little bit and understand what's going on. So it's good that Jupiter is doing that before the conjunction of Pluto and Saturn in January. aspect-wise, Mars and Uranus will be, so let's find them here. So on the 24th of November, Mars is at 3 degrees of Scorpio here, and Uranus is at 3 degrees of Taurus. And Scorpio and Taurus is in opposition, so we'll be having Mars opposing Uranus, and that's on the 24th of November at 3 degrees. And that, unfortunately, because it seems to be a nice month, you know, everything's moving towards Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is a nice benefit, and it's a nice time. But when Mars and Uranus oppose each other, there may be feelings of suddenly wanting to act impulsively or do something that you normally wouldn't do, or something may happen to you from an external point of view, you know, circumstances that are imposed upon you, and you have to react to it, and you just really don't want to. It can be an explosive release of tension through sudden anger against people, usually people that are close to you. So if you're feeling irritable or restless around that date, then and impatient, try not to take it out on the people that you love, because it really is just that transit. It makes a lot of people feel like that. If somebody does come into your life and disrupt it and causes an unexpected conflict, it's usually a battle of ego. So if you can try and see it that way, that may help. But because it's Uranus, and Uranus is sudden events, and Mars is disruptiveness, it's sudden disruptive events, and that forces people to change their plans or change what's going on, and then this is what starts to piss people off and annoy people. So that's why that energy comes about. If that's not happening, and you're not, you know, you tend to not talk to too many people, or there's no drama, or it doesn't suddenly appear into your life, it could be a time where you can use all of the every effort that you've got to liberate yourself from any restrictions that you've had, and now start to push yourself forward to become free of things that have been holding you back. So life may suddenly, so Mars is just sort of carrying on day-to-day activities, carrying on with life, and then Uranus is life may suddenly just do a complete 360, and sorry, my dogs are playing up and they're being told off. But if this happens, then you can become aware of it by knowing that this, you know, that it's not really sudden, it's actually something that's been in the works for a while, because it's the universe, and it could be a really good time for you, and you may be able to approach things with more a feeling of more freedom and less resistance and more determination. That's that Mars. If it's to do with work, you may find that things may turn around suddenly, but you have the ability to go forward and carry on doing what you wanted to do. And if you're facing any important challenges ahead of you, then it gives the ability to really go for it and understand those challenges. So it's not all just negative. There are some really good positives with it too. So never mind the people that pop up and cause problems during this time. Just focus on yourself, your determination, going forward, and liberating yourself from the restrictions of the previous couple of years. I can pretty much say a couple of years. Yes, so the last thing. Okay, so this month and next month, basically I see it as a preparation. We're going into the more positive time of the year where Sagittarius is more apparent. We have the Jupiter in the galactic centre, and we have that opposition between Mars and Uranus, which can be utilised positively. Now, a lot of people in life are just too blind to see, and are too attached to their restrictions to take advantage of the positive side of this. But if you are not, then you can take advantage, and the advantage of it is that it's a preparation time for next year when we have this giant conjunction in Capricorn. It's not going to be, I don't want to lead it up to be this giant event that's just going to happen on one day. It won't, but whatever happens leading up to that time, and then from that time onwards, from now till then, we can prepare for that and understand the dynamics of what's going on and how to deal with anything that may arise during that time. It is a little bit unpredictable when Saturn and Pluto come together, and we don't always know what to expect, so it doesn't hurt to become armed with the knowledge of what's going on in the months prior. So Neptune, I believe, is a really important part of... I can't believe I live in the rainforest. There's more trucks, fast cars and noise than living in a city. It's ridiculous. I swear to God. I've lost my train of thought because of that bloody car. I mean, how fast do they want to go? We live in a rainforest, for God's sake. It could kill animals or anything. Oh my God. Anyway, so it's just not shutting up. I'm going to have to be really wary about the Mars opposite Uranus, because I want to explode at some people these days. Anyway, that's by the by. Sorry about that personal little moment. Okay, so I believe that Neptune is really important with everything going on. Neptune in Pisces. The retrogrades and the directs are so important, and it's going direct on the 27th of November. And we'll be moving forward, and I'm really looking forward to that, because I find when it's retrograde, I can't think straight. I feel as though I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time, upside down and inside out. It's been a very strange feeling for the last few months for me. So I'm personally really looking forward to the direct, because it just feels like it completely destroys my memory and everything. So if you're feeling like that, blame Neptune. You should be feeling better by the end of the month. Okay, what else happens? So Mercury stays in Scorpio, although it goes direct on the 20th of November. That it'll be at 11 degrees Scorpio, so it's gone way backwards. 10th of December, that'll move into Sagittarius. Thank goodness, because I'm not a fan of Mercury in Scorpio. You may be feeling this retrograde pretty full on. I am. Every video that I make takes probably at least four times to make it. I probably shouldn't make them during the retrograde periods. But I'm a very persistent person, and I will not let Mercury win. Okay. 15 minutes is probably long enough to ramble on about the universe. It's going good. Everybody just realise that what's going on around us is planetary. It'll affect each one of you individually. This is just an overall reading, and obviously it's not going to apply to everybody. If you want to read more, have a look down there, below, down here, and see my info. Okay, bye.